Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Grille 15. It's a tier 10 German tank destroyer and it's located on the south spawn of mines under the command of Awppenheimer. Well, it's armed with the 15cm pack L63. It's a hell of a gun, isn't it? 63 calibers long. It is absolutely huge. It's mounted on a chassis which belonged to a Panther tank, and it was designed in a competition between Krupp and Rheinmetall to build tank destroyers based on a very weak chassis but with a very big gun, a very powerful gun, because that's the way the Germans wanted to go when it came to tank destroyers. And we've got large numbers of enemy making their way up, and first shot he gets 672 hit points off a standard B. The alpha damage is 750 for this gun. Now the aim time is the best aim time in the game. It's 1.5 seconds. Right, we've got a number of targets to fire at, and the first one is going to be... oh, well, I thought for a second he was going to fire at that Object 705. He's looking for a target he can strike. Nope, doesn't get anything there from the 705. And it's got penetration of 279mm with standard, and he's firing heat now, and he's got 334 on the heat. Oh, Conway over there. Ruin his day. Oh, lovely, look, the A50 high roll. That Conway is not so happy now, he's a one shot. Unfortunately, the reload is 15 seconds, so we're not going to be able to reload before the Conway moves through. And we're still firing heat, which is obviously expensive, but right, Type 4 heavy. And 686 off him. Now, Oppenheimer's platoon with two teammates in this battle. One's an AMX-50B, the other one is in a Super Conqueror. And here comes the Conway. Bye-bye, Mr. Conway. Yep, you're out. But he was seen, so he's going to have to get back into cover. There is an enemy Arty, but there are two of them. One's a T92, the other's an M53, and that's a Bosch aiming in our direction. And now he's minus 697 of his hit points. And we were seen. I don't think we'll be visible now. Oh, took a round from an Object 430U off to the left. And we put another round into the Bosch for 637. Now, that 430U must have seen us as we backed out, so we must be on the South Island. AMX-50 is going over to deal with him. We're going for the ST1. Right to the side of the turret, 848 high roll. Still firing the heat. ST1's got back into cover. He knows he's in danger if he stays out. There's the 430U. Can we help our teammates? It's a difficult shot from this angle. Don't think you can get it through. It's a pixel shot. The Conway's in the way. Oh, no. Blocking. Now we can do it. Yes! Gets the 430U. 430U, 88 hit points. And that helps our teammates. And frees him up to move north along the west side of the flank. The west flank, going for the 277. Only see the front of the vehicle, and it goes into the tracks and it's blocked. Okay, we were seen, so we're going to have to move behind this rock. Don't want to attract arts and fire. Oh no, we did, and that looked like it was a near miss. 461 for the near miss, and that was the M53. So both Arty are now focusing on us. And we've lost over half of our hit points. Okay, we've lost the stun. But you can be sure the Arty will probably try again. Got another few seconds before they shoot. On standard AP now. So less penetration. We really are needed in the centre of the map because we've got to hold the enemy back from coming down the hill. We've got our Super Conqueror friend Danash, He's also blocking on the south of the hill, and he just took an Arty round. It's a near miss. Meanwhile, our other teammate, he's actually up on the middle island now, the lighthouse island, and looking across at the enemy on the hill. And that object 277 is poking. Oh no, it hit the rock face. But he has been killed. He was taken out by our Super Conqueror. And now we've got the SC1, and he's been killed as well. The Awppenheimer took him away. Oh, Super Conqueror just got hit by Arty again. Splashed. Right, now I think what he's going to do, he might actually be going up the other side. The one thing about the Grille 15 is that the armour is so light on this vehicle. You don't really, ouch, that hurt, that was from the hill. You really don't want to get seen by the enemy, because if you do, they'll just plug you full of holes very easily. You can't bounce shells with this vehicle really, not unless they hit the tracks. Okay, T30 and 821, a high roll. Now he can go to town. He's got plenty of targets to fire at. He's up to 6k damage already. He needs to see, he was using the bush mechanic there, but he needs to see the target. Got the Conqueror, but he might have been seen. Yes, he was. Is this too soon? Nope. And that 705 now knows to get back into cover. The Conqueror takes him on the round, but this time he bounces it. Or rather, it doesn't penetrate. Now the wreck, they're pushing the wrecks forward. They're using the wrecks for cover. That Conqueror, he's just shoved the wreck in the way to block passage up right next door to the hill. And of course, got the 705 the other side down. We've got the T54 lightweight up on top of the hill. Just poking out to have a look. 705's going to have another go. Oh, there's the Conqueror being cheeky. Oh, we lost our Super Conqueror, our teammate. Oh, and our E75 is on his side. Oh dear, he backed up too close to the rock and flipped himself. It's a very difficult shot to take on the Object 705. No, if he comes around the corner, we can nail him. That's better. Just slightly more, and you're in the bush mechanic. Now it should work. Oh, it doesn't penetrate, and we lose the E75. He was on his side anyway. He wasn't going to help anyone. Very difficult shot to take on the Super Conqueror. Nope. Oh, T54 lightweight thought he could turn down the hill. It didn't work out too well for him. The Awppenheimer got him. So he's got 3 kills now, that Awppenheimer. 705 poked out again. Fortunately, the angle that 705 is at, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why we're not penetrating him. And we take out the Conqueror with a beautiful shot right through his top with his turret. 343. Right, there's the M53-55. He's come round to the east side to get a better angle. And we take him out of the game with one shot. 450. That was a very bad move actually to do that. I know he was thinking about the angles to get a better angle on hitting the targets both in the south and on the hill. But it's just not going to work if you're spotted. And it's a big Arty, the M53. And there's the IS-7. Oh, T92 got us. So it's now 2 versus 4. We're relying on the Waffenträger, who's got 100% health, and the Object 705. And the Waffenträger is now going to receive the focus from that T92. Gets a nice hit into the IS-7. But takes a big round into the side. Oh yeah, right in. Look at these two side scraping monsters. Unfortunately, we've lost our Waffenträger, taken out by the IS-7. But the enemy Foch has crashed, so he probably tried to come down from the hill and failed. Oh, and that's it. Game's over. Oh dear. It's a loss. Never mind. Okay, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first class tanker for Awppenheimer in the Grille 15. He did manage to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A 5 for effect for dealing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. A bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7. And he did get the High Calibre for dealing the most damage in the battle and a win rate of 7954. But unfortunately, it was a defeat. The enemy was able to kill him. I think actually if he had stayed where he was, he probably would have received the attention of that IS-7 eventually, and probably would have been taken out by him instead from his previous firing position. But in the end, it was the IS-7 who shot him the moment he went out into the open. So let's have a look at team score. Well, highest damage, 7,555 hit points altogether. The highest score on the enemy team is the T92. He managed 4,282. And then we've got the IS-7, who managed to get 3,744. When it came to kills, it was the IS-7 who did the best. He got 5. Then came Awppenheimer with 4. And then we've got, lastly, the Waffenträger Aufpanzer 4 with 3. And there's a whole bunch of tanks with 2 kills apiece. The T92, by the way, he managed to get a Gauze medal, and the 705 on the enemy team managed to get a steel wall, whilst the T54 lightweight got a Confederate. If we look at the detail report, oh, we didn't look at base XP. The highest scorer was the IS-7, 1173, then the T92, 940, then the 705A with 934. Awppenheimer came in with 583, which is pretty respectable. It's the 3rd highest one on the team, and his teammate Stanash managed to get 358, and Eddie Benz managed to get 352. So let's have a look at detail report now. Well, he fired 18 rounds. He got 15 direct hits, 12 penetrations, damage of 7,555 hit points, of which 6,817 were at more than 300 meters. A lot of it was long-range stuff. He received 3 hits from the enemy. They were all penetrations. The Grille 15 is really not meant to receive any rounds at this level, because if it does receive anything, it's more than likely going to go straight through and do damage. He also received 2 hits as a result of splash damage from the enemy Arty. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 268 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 68,126 credits and got 5,400 credits for courageous resistance, and that's for getting the High Calibre, the Epic medal, in a losing game. That brought up a total of 73,526, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, and he did use a lot of heat rounds, a lot of premium consumables, possibly on tanks that really he should have been firing standard AP on. The Conwait's got very weak armor, and he would have gone through that with standard AP, and he ended up with the loss of 16,013 credits on that gap battle. But he did get 2 bonds for the High Calibre, and he also earned 874 XP. 505 for courageous resistance meant he took away 1,380 altogether. So, good round. Unfortunate about that ending. Maybe it would have been better if well, I'm trying to think of any way it could have been better, because he did all he could. It would have been cheaper, and he would have earned more credits if he'd used less of the heat ammo, I think. But it's horses for courses. I know sometimes you fire at a target like a Conway, and you wish you'd had loaded the AP, but it's such a long time to reload, 15 seconds, and especially when you don't know if the next target you're going to be firing at is something which has got really tough armor, and you need to get through that with a heat round. So yeah, okay, I can't really criticise what happened. It happened because it did happen. And that IS-7 got the better of 2 tank destroyers in the end. So, if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be dealing with, or that we'll be showing in the next video.